Hello, I am doing the balloon salt and pepper lab. I hypothesized that if I rub the balloon on my head, then I stick it in the salt and pepper, then the pepper will rise to the balloon and the salt will stay to the plate. All right, here we go. Okay, so we see that it worked a little bit. There's some pepper and salt on the balloon. So, I'm going to explain this lab a little bit more and why that happened. So, when you rub the balloon on your hair, the friction caused by the hair and the balloon rubbing against each other causes the electrons from your hair to transfer to the balloon. This gives the balloon a negative charge, so when I held the balloon over the dish of pepper and salt, the pepper stuck to the balloon because the pepper has protons and a positive charge. So since the balloon had a negative charge and the pepper had a positive charge, opposites attract, just like if you were to hold a magnet to each other. So the pepper rose to the balloon, but so did the salt, and my hypothesis was wrong because I didn't say salt as well. That is because salt also has a positive charge, but the pepper is lighter than the salt, so it clings to the balloon faster than the salt would, but since they're both positively charged, they both clung to the balloon. Say if I held the balloon higher, the pepper would only be able to get to it and the salt wouldn't, just because it's heavier. But if I held the balloon closer, like I did, since it was very close, then the salt also clung to the balloon. So there are many examples in the real life world that this occurs. Like I said before, the magnets. If you ever try to push two positive ends of a magnet together, they will push apart. They will never connect. But if you turn the magnet over and say one side's positive, one side's negative, then they will attract to each other and they will stick. So again, the balloon, if I didn't put any charge into the balloon and I just stuck it in the salt, then it would just stay there. There'd be nothing. It would just be like sticking an object to an object. But since I charged it up and it had that negative charge in the electrons, the protons and the positive charge of the salt and pepper were able to cling to that and stick together. And yep, that is the balloon salt and pepper lab. Thank you. I would also like to add maybe just one experimental error, which was when I held the balloon to the salt and pepper and then showed the camera, there really wasn't that much there, and I had to hold it very close. And I think part of that was because my hair was wet, and since it was wet, the charge wasn't able to transfer to the balloon. But I think if my hair was dry, I would be able to hold it a lot farther away, maybe just get the pepper and not the salt as well. I think I would see a better result for that. So next time, I think if someone were to conduct this lab, to make sure that their hair is dry all the way, and I think that will make a big difference. And maybe don't do it a bunch of times because then it kind of wears away. So thank you.